Let's look now at creating a model for a calculation. We'll calculate the payments on a mortgage. To do this, it will help if we first look up the kind of function to use. So I'll choose the Formulas tab on the ribbon here and click Insert Function. And I'm going to look for a function that's going to help me with payments on a loan. I'll type payments on a loan and click Go. And Excel has returned a series of possible functions. And the one I want is in actual fact the first one here. PMT calculates the payment for a loan based on constant payments and a constant interest rate. I'm going to click OK because I want to have a little bit more of a look at the function arguments so I know what data I need. I'll need the rate, which is the interest rate on the loan. I'll need the number of payments for the loan, and I'll need the present value of the loan. These next two arguments are optional. The first one is the future value, so if the loan is not to be repaid in full at the end of the period, I'll need the future value of the loan. And I can also add a value for type, either 1 or 0, and this indicates when the payment is made. Now, if I omit a type, then it's assumed that the payments are made at the end of the period, which is typically when loan payments are made. So I'm just going to click Cancel because now I know exactly what I need. In addition to checking the function I plan to use, in a situation where I'm creating a mortgage calculator like this, I'll also go somewhere to see if I can find some values that have already been calculated for me. And I found this on the internet. These are not my loan details, but this data will allow me to test to make sure that my model is working correctly before I use it on my own values. I'm going to start now to add the titles for my worksheet. Loan amount, interest rate, number of periods, and monthly payment. I'm going to increase the width of this column, and now I'm ready to put in the loan amount, and I'm going to use the values that I looked up on the web so that I can test to make sure that my calculator is working. The number of periods, I want 30 years, but I'm going to multiply that by 12 to get the number of payments per year. And now we're ready to enter the monthly payment, which is the function that we looked up earlier. I'm going to click Insert Function, select PMT, and click OK. To enter the rate, I need to enter the interest rate per period of the loan. I'm told that if I were using 6% for quarterly payments, I'd need to divide 6% by 4. I've got 4% for monthly payments, so I'm going to need to click in here and then divide the value by 12 to get the interest rate per month. The number of periods I've already calculated, so I'll click in that cell, and the present value is the amount that I'm borrowing. I don't have a future value because this loan is repaid in full at the end of the term, as is mine. And for type, I'm quite happy to go with the 0 or omitted because payments are typically made at the end of a mortgage period. I'm going to click OK. And Excel has returned a result which is exactly the same as I found on the web. Excel is giving me a negative number because this is monies paid out, but the actual value is correct. So I know that my mortgage calculator is now working perfectly. So I can go ahead and replace the values that I got from the internet with the values that relate to my particular mortgage. So I have a mortgage that's 25 years, 5%, $250,000. That's what I want to calculate the payments on, and here Excel is giving me the result. Whenever I create a model like this, wherever possible, I'll try and find some already calculated data that I can use to test the model before I put it into use.